How's it going, guys? Oh, well. So, my message tonight is, it's about loving one another. It came to me after thinking about, the situations at my school with people, so hateful to one another. There was actually an incident where a kid took a skateboard and hit another kid in the face. And yeah, it's crazy. So, the message is out of John chapter 15, verse 12. It says, "This is my commandment, that you love one another just as I have loved you." And it's not in the 10 Commandments, obviously, or is it? It is. It is. Love one another. Okay. Greater love has no one than this, that one lay down his life for his friends. And this is, it's almost, it reminds me of Christ, how he's more than just our king, he's our friend, and what he did for us was lay down his life for us on the cross. And as Christians, disciples of Christ, loving one another is very important. As Christians, I don't think we would walk in here and be like, "I hate you," just so much turmoil in the church, because that kind of church would, I don't know what to call that. I would just be, I don't know, I would be astonished if I saw a church like that. But I really like this verse, verse 15. "No longer do I call you slaves, for the slave does not know what his master is doing, but I have called you my friends, for all things that I have heard from my Father I have made known to you." And this is, I just think of this like he's not deceitful to us. He shows us exactly what he wants us to know. He's very open with us. He's like in a way, he's like a best friend, in a way, He has all of the attributes of a good and loving friend. He's kind to the people that believe in him. He's honest to them. He's encouraging to them. He's always there for you for prayer anytime you have something on your mind, A lot of times I'll have a lot on my mind and I'll go and pray about it. And I'm like, sometimes I'll feel like, there's not someone to talk to. But then I go straight to Christ, and I was like, that's like this giant burden off my chest. He listens to your troubles all the time through prayer. He's there for you. Sometimes you'll think, I'm in this moment of my life where it's just, I feel flat face on the ground. And you pray out to him, and you don't know it, but he's listening, and he's going to do something because he loves you so much. He gives his time directly to you. And I think as Christians, people that are imitators of Christ, like Ephesians chapter 4, therefore be imitators of Christ and love one another as he's loved you. I think I paraphrased a little bit, but love one another is basically the main point. I wish a lot of people could understand this. I'm sure we all understand this and how important it is to love one another, but I don't know, a lot of times I feel discouraged by looking at a lot of different things and seeing how the love's not there because God isn't there. And I just feel obliged to, share with them in every opportunity that I get. You did not choose me, but I chose you. And I appointed you that you would go and bear fruit, and that your fruit would remain, so that whatever you ask of the Father in my name, he may give you. This I command you, that you love one another. And I think it's amazing how he, we came to him out of our own will, but before we came to him out of our own will, he chose us selectively. He chose us with the intent of this love that he's given to us with the word, with what God has given us in Christ. and it's awesome. But yeah, another attribute of love that I found is forgiveness. You know, forgiving one another. When you really love someone, no matter what they do to you, no matter what you feel like they've done to you, you forgive them, because Christ would do the same thing. You know, he he came to this world for sinners, people that he sat around and he knew that they had ailments that they needed healing of, and even though they messed up, he still forgave them. Like when Judas betrayed him, I'm sure he forgave him, even though it was pretty messed up. But you know, it's just the power of love that, you know, he's given to us. It's just amazing. So let's all love one another and be an imitator of Christ, as you know, what he's given to us. And if it comes down to it, not necessarily give your life for one another. I mean, unless you come into the situation where it's like you're getting robbed on the street and this guy has like a gun and you're standing there, like if I was with Frankie and we're like on this and this guy's like, give me your money, you know, I'd push you out of the way and I'd be like, take me to the hospital. But I mean, I just feel like that's like, love can't get any better than that, you know? It's almost like that just reminds me right there of how Christ loved us so much that he died on the cross for us. If I were to take that situation, I would be dying so my friend could live. You know, God loved us so much that he sent his only son to die for us, so that we are born again, so that we're not dead anymore. How long has it been? I feel like I'm like kind of done, kind of not. I'm done.